Hey everybody, Tony from Tony's Everyday Life here. I figured I'd give you an update since a lot of people have been asking. Um, right now, in case you're wondering where I'm out in the middle of nowhere. Well, it's kind of not really in the middle of nowhere, but there is no cell service here. I'm actually getting ready to go deer hunting, and tomorrow's opening day. I got everything set up and ready for that. So I figured I'd stop and do a little video for you guys, give you an update on what's going on. So, as most of you know, if you're following along, Monday I did have a flex sig and an MRI. The flex sig, that's where they go up your rectum, check everything out, see what's going on. Being that my tumor is right at the sphincter and going upward, I do choose to stay awake for that so I can see for myself on the monitor what is going on. Um, and surprisingly enough, my surgeon even told me the other day that she's going to start asking patients to do that because, one, you don't have the risk of anesthesia. Two, she can do it in an office visit, as she put it. So, sorry, I'm a trendsetter. Um, if you're one of her patients, you may be asked to go ahead and stay awake for that. It is not anything painful or anything necessarily. A little uncomfortable, but it's really neat to see the actual tumor in person, as close as you can get anyway. Um, During that time, we did take 2 biopsies. That's a really not what I expected. Did not hurt, but the way I describe it is it was a clamp that kind of looked like a carnivorous plant and kind of had jagged teeth all the way around it. And it was kind of in that shape, and it opens up like this. It grabs onto a piece of the tumor and they pull. And yes, you can feel that pull every time. But like I said, didn't hurt, just a little different, and didn't. I did not know what to expect on that part. Um, Surgeon did call me yesterday. I have not gotten anything on the portal yet released, but so I'm only going off of what she said. Um, of course, in the flex sig, we were able to see that the tumor is still there. Um, you can see some growth on it, so we do have that. Very flesh colored looking, real, not bright red, just kind of like a pinkish red. Um, but you can see some. You can definitely tell it's grown a little. So we got that. MRI, she's the only one who's seen the results. It said it was supposed to be on my portal today, but everywhere I've looked, every time I've looked, it's still not been uploaded. I have requested both of my MRIs, and I'm trying to find a radiologist that will read them with me sitting there next to him. I know that's probably going to be a really hard one to get somebody to let me do, but I'm going to try. Surgeon did say that on the MRI, and this was what she said, there is, how did she put it, a sizable growth. Didn't give me numbers, nothing again, but said there is growth. I do believe her. A while back when we were in Hawaii, that tumor was pushing against my prostate really, really bad. Um, I was actually fearful that it had gotten into my prostate. She says that there's no invasion yet. It's still kind of where it was, but it is pushing against the prostate. I can only attribute 2 things, maybe 3 actually, even 4. 4 things to why the tumor is not pushing so hard on my prostate. Um, One, I've started dandelion root extract. That's supposed to be really good for colorectal cancer. Ivermectin, I've started that, and I've even doubled it up now. Um, I'm doing 80 milligrams a day with that, which reminds me I got to take that I just ate. Um, that's supposed to be really good for rectal cancer as well, I found. I changed my bendazole to Finben Peer from Happy Healing Store. I don't know if that has something to do with it. And then there's one more thing that we did. Oh, the baking soda directly on it. So maybe that stuff has reduced the tumor after it grew. You know, it could have grown from May to June, and then from June shrunk to down in August. I don't know. That's why I need a radiologist that really read it with me. The mass they saw on my leg, she says, has shrunk, which she says, since it's shrunk, we assume it's not cancer. So, or was it cancer? And what I'm doing is shrinking it. I don't know. So these are those reasons I'm telling you I don't have enough information yet. I do have surgery scheduled for the 26th of September. Um, I have seen the plastic surgeon. I am cleared with my heart doctor. I am working towards that surgery though. I'm making appointments as they come along, so that way, most likely it's going to go towards surgery. I just, like I said, I got to see the MRI results in person. I need someone to help me map it out, show me if there's anything that's shrunk and shown regression. You know what my answer is going to be to surgery. Hopefully I can get that before then. I will continue my protocol as close to surgery as I can. The plastic surgeon did recommend that I need to make sure I go through all my stuff and make sure nothing will linger in my body up to the surgery date. So I do got to be cautious of that. So I will. The chemo brain gets me sometimes, people. I can't help it. Just total blanks. So we do have that scheduled. If you know a radiologist that would actually sit with me, shoot them my way. I'm more than happy to give out my number if someone needs it so they can get a hold of me. Or you can find me on Facebook as well under Tony Miller, or even better, Tony's Everyday Life. It'll take you right to it. So the mass on my leg was interesting though. I'm still, that's still, nobody will tell me where this is. So for it to shrink now I'm really curious. I never did get it biopsied. What's your thoughts on that? Do you think it was a cancer and it shrunk, or do you think something I'm taking and it's a tumor and it shrunk? I mean, I don't know. Do you? We met with that plastic surgeon. I wanted to go over that. That's what I was remembering right before chemo brain hit me. So when they removed my rectum, and a lot of you go, well, why are they removing your rectum? Why can't they reattach you? They cannot reattach me because the tumor is into my sphincter. I would have to wear diapers basically and be messy the rest of my life. It would not be a good way of life, honestly. And I agree with that. So what they got to do is they're going to cut out my rectum, and then they've got to repair everything underneath there and give me the Barbie butt. That one, I kind of got a little ticked off when I was in the consultation, because that's when I realized how bad radiation really is. I always thought radiation was good for it because it kills the cancer cells. I don't believe that anymore. Radiation destroys all cells in that area where it concentrated. They can't sew stuff back together there. They got to take extra to pull it together. From what the plastic surgeon said is that any of those, if they try to put those together, they just won't regrow because the cells are damaged there. So they got to get healthier cells to it. Not only that, they take a fat from your stomach that he says I probably don't have because I am so thin. And so the second, if he can't do that, because he has to make a cradle in there for my intestines. Otherwise, my small intestine could just fall out and it'd be down in my pelvis, and we don't want that. So they got to make that cradle. If I don't have that fat, this is crazy. From my kneecap to my groin, both legs, they're gonna cut me, and it's gonna give me neuropathy, which I already have some, and it could be painful neuropathy. It may not be. He couldn't say. But they're gonna take a small muscle out of there, and they gotta fillet it out. And then they're going to make a basket basically in my pelvis, and that's what everything will ride on. If that fails, or that is not an option, then they got to take from behind the six pack, the muscle there, which will deform my stomach, of course, and they'll make the basket with that. Um, my core, I try to keep it strong, and the reason being, I have a bad back. So, if that happens, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I can keep it strong on one side, but definitely will never have a six pack. Um, I got to get a port placement appointment still. Um, I've heard horror stories of that too, but nothing I can do about it. I got to carry on. My wife was a little worried about me coming out here by myself because she goes, "Are you in a good place? If you're not in a good place, you don't get to go hunting by yourself." I don't want to die. This surgery scares the living daylights out of me, but you know, if that's what it's going to take for me to beat this cancer, then I guess that's what it's going to be, because I've given it a lot of trying here. Um, and I cannot continue to risk my health. I know a lot of you have been worried that it could go stage 4. Um, and as of right now, all we know is from the pelvis that I'm not stage 4. Um, I believe that fenbendazole, though, even though it did not take care of the cancer in the rectum, I do believe it's preventing metastasizing. So cross our fingers on that. Now, one weird thing, I do kinesiology. My wife and I, we do that. Um, and about 6 days ago, 7 days ago, I don't know why, I just asked her to test me on the fenbendazole. Fenbendazole's showing negative side effects. So I quit that for now. I've had her test me every day. It tests negative. Everything else is testing positive. So I don't know. Maybe the fenbendazole has done everything it can. A friend of mine also did some testing on me, and he even asked my body if the fenbendazole would always work for me and help me. And it came back, no, it will not. So, that's another thing to this whole doing everything holocaustic, doing it yourself. You really got to know how to talk to your body. You got to know how to listen to your body and know what it's telling you and do what it's telling you. Just in case the reason for the fenbendazole is not working, I brewed up some green tea again. I take green tea extract every day, but I went ahead and got some tea I brought it with me because every once in a while I get a little ache in my kidneys. That's not abnormal, but your kidneys and liver, it's ivermectin and the fenbendazole really hard on them. So, I'll drink my tea. And maybe by the time I get done hunting, it'll be time to do fenbendazole again. Maybe not. I don't know. Other than that, that's kind of where we're standing. Like I said, we have surgery scheduled, and I don't have enough information to cancel surgery. And that's how I'm going to put it. I don't have enough information to cancel surgery. If I get that information to cancel surgery, I will. I'm not afraid to. I don't care what they think. If I can find definitive proof that it did something, I will continue fighting my way. Other than that, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to probably maybe watch a show. Yeah, I've got TV with me of sorts. This rig is fully outfitted. It's got more electrical running through it than most Tesla cars probably. Solar panels, you can't see them. They're not set up right now, of course, because it's getting dark. But I can run my Starlink and everything for about 4 or 5 days on the battery that I have here behind me. There's videos on this thing if you ever want to check it out. And I'm getting ready to do some more now that I've kind of redesigned everything. So spirits are still high, little disappointed, feel defeated, but I'm carrying on. And we'll see what happens next. But I will do another video here. I'm trying to do them weekly as we come up to this surgery date. So just keep tuning in, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and we'll talk to you later. Have a great night.